Hey guys, Freddie here. So today I just want to kind of go over some of the processes that these mow guys should be doing when they go on a house. Now, I will say we've got 9 mow trucks and we're still at this level trying to get everybody on the same page. I've had mow guys where they show up to a house and the first thing they do is mow the lawn. The first thing. They don't edge, trim, they just start mowing. And then they'll edge and trim, and when they leave, you kind of see leaves and the fence line kind of clippings on the ground, and they just leave. It's like crazy. They don't even notice that kind of stuff. But me as the owner, service manager that comes and checks on their work, or when we get a complaint, we go and look at it. It's like, really? My point is, even when you kind of feel like you've got things running pretty smoothly, you still got to always maintain processes with everybody. So the way we try to do it is we want to park in front of the house, like when they open their front door kind of thing, they would see our truck, you know? So that's the first thing we want to do. And then we want to edge with the metal blade around the concrete, and then trimming around the trees, fence lines, you know, concrete curbings on the side of the house and stuff like that. And then you mow last. You mow last, and then you want to use the leaf blower and get the patio, the sidewalk, the driveway, and kind of blow that off onto the street. Some of the really good guys who are like really take quality to the next level, they'll leaf blow before getting on the mower. Okay, but you know, it's really hard to get everybody to do it exactly how you want it, because everybody the way that I like to do it is when a guy loves what they're doing, I just let them go. You know what I mean? Like, if I know my guys are mowing this one property and they love it and they just have a great attitude, they know the customers really well, the customers request them to mow it, I don't really nitpick on what they're doing first. I may give them pointers. I may say, you know, have you tried doing it this way? Or I think you should do it this way, but I don't say, hey man, you've got to mow it this way, you've got to trim it this way. I never do that. The only time I do kind of like try to enforce my will is when they are mowing first. I don't like that, because then you see the leaves everywhere at the end after they're trimming everything. I do try to focus on quality. So we've got Jose who checks their houses. Does he check every single one? No. He usually goes on somebody's route one full day. And if he notices that overall he gives them an A, then he's probably not going to check their whole route the next week. He'll go to the next worker, right? And if he notices that there's some issues there, then he'll start kind of like gravitating towards that Motec the next week and then while he's doing that, he's telling me, I'm talking to the worker as well. Me and him are talking to the workers, and we're saying, you know, your quality needs to improve. This is what we're noticing. And then we kind of look at it day by day at that point. We'll even talk to the customer. So we try and tell the customer also that we've noticed their lawn is not doing so perfect. Because as long as we're telling them ahead of time, they know that we're working on it, because they probably notice too. We try and keep up with them. So we've got about 3 or 4 customers right now that they're emailing us after each mow at my request. And if I remember, I try and send them the reminder, hey, how did your mow guy do yesterday? Is it improving? And at that point, we pretty much know it's improving because we're monitoring it. We may even have one of our techs who, like John, who's on this video, we'll have him go fix properties just so that we can go back to the customer and say, look, we're working on it. We're just now trying to figure out the right tech for your property. But it's always a work in progress. I don't know if we'll ever have a team where we're never having any kind of complaints. Now, one thing I do want to stress to the mow guys is they have more customers than any other division, right? So every day they're seeing at least 10 to 15 customers a day. The garden crews are only seeing at most 4 a day. Landscapers, 2. The sprinkler techs, 4 or 5. So the mow guys do kind of get, I would say, taken for granted a little bit, because they're actually seeing every day, like, you know, way more than any other department. So it's, you know, like if you get 100, if you mow 100 lawns in a week, it's okay to get a couple complaints. I mean, obviously we don't want any complaints, but it makes sense that out of 100 lawns, maybe 2 customers aren't happy with what you're doing. So we also look at that kind of thing too. And I know this isn't turning into, this wasn't supposed to be a complaint video, but these are stuff that you got to think about when you do have a bunch of mowing done by your team.
For more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe.